snatch it back and hold.
Welcome back.
Baby, one more time.
PM Show, Weekend Edition.
I ain't doing too bad, baby.
CRN Digital Talk Radio.
I got you on my mind.
The one and only Mr. Robert Conrad.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yes.
You're having a darn good time.
Yes, I'm listening now. So, John, what's up, brother? We've got to move on.
All right. The only other thing that author mentioned was that he was talking about CBS Radford, were the trails and insert roads ridden fast and furious by Bob Conrad and Ross Martin in the Wild Wild West TV series.
So you made these guys take their shirts off and causing them great pain and agony while they were in the fight scenes.
Thanks a lot, John, for the
Thank you,
phone
John.
call.
Thank you, John.
And no, they enlisted to be stuntmen, and that was part of what they did. And I took my shirt off a lot to do it. It was what you did.
You
know?
weren't one of the bad guys, though. You got to keep your shirt on.
No, I didn't. I took it off.
Did he take his off also, John?
I'm sure he did.
No, thank you very
All
much.
right,
thank you, John.
All right, John. Thank you for that. Thanks for the call, John, and thanks for the friendship, brother.
Hey, same back to you, Uncle Bob. God bless you.
Okay, God bless you, man. All right, so now let me say to Chris Morin, Marin, I
Christophe,
think.
Christophe Marin.
Christophe Marin.
From France.
Yeah, fabulous.
France.
Well, yes, I did get your book. It's absolutely overwhelming, Christophe. I can't say enough things about it. And one of the things you say, your faithful friendship, many of your friends were playing various roles in the series, and one was Dick Cangy, and the other was Tommy Huff, who was a great boxer, and Jimmy George, who was a wardrobe guy who, after I was injured, came in and doubled me for a few episodes until he broke his leg. And then Whitey Hughes, and he got injured. A horse kicked him in the head, and Whitey's passed on. So of that group, the only person that's still with us is Jimmy George. And I spoke to Jimmy last week. So anyway, that's the group of the regulars. And Red West was also the only other person not mentioned. And he's having a good career now, as you know, acting. He's a wonderful actor now, and God bless him. He came from being an outstanding boxer in Memphis, Tennessee, football player, bodyguard to Elvis Presley, stuntman with Robert Conrad, and now an actor. Well, that's the gamut, isn't it?
That's a gamut.
Okay, now can we...
Teresa Wilkins writes to you, says, Uncle Bob, I just wanted to thank you for bringing your character alive on the Wild Wild West. I loved it as a teen. I still love it. And Kenny Lee says, Wild Wild West was my favorite show back then and still is. You're a great actor, my friend. Two accolades for these people.
Hey, good. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And
Kevin's on the line. Kevin, we got you now on
Miami. How you doing, Kevin?
Hey, RC, how's it going?
It's going good, brother. What's up?
Hey, everything's going good. Want to know if you're going to hit an 8 or a 9 tonight?
No, I got an 8 going. That's as good as I can get. The only way I'm ever going to get a 9 is if there's a... Well, there is, but I mean, if there's a woman in my life that's...
Take it easy.
You know, the commitment is a little more sincere.
Wow.
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so...
Hey, listen, I can't top the level of detail and finesse that John has with his questions.
Yeah, smooth.
So I got to approach it from a little more practical standpoint.
Go right ahead. That's
simple
good.
mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, I was trying to call you guys from Corona last week. Didn't work out. But anyway.
From where? From where?
He's
Corona.
Remember,
Yeah.
Kevin travels all around the country
Yes, I
and
know
calls
that.
us from his
And I
various
just said
locations.
from where?
He's our
Okay.
wanderlust man.
I got that.
Travel reporter.
I got
That's
that.
right. So the question is, I was trying to get in last week. The timing would have been better, but is there a special family tradition or celebration the Conrad family does for the Super Bowl or any other major domestic or international sporting event like the Olympics? You guys like to do?
What's the
Well,
big
I'll tell you what.
sporting
I'll
event?
tell you what we used to do, but we don't do it anymore. We used to do boxing. We used to do the main events, and we'll still do that. I'm a big fan of the Filipino boxer. What's his name?
Pacquiao,
yeah. I just absolutely think he's brilliant. And we'll get together for that. When I say we'll, the women don't particularly care for it, so it'll be my 2 sons and myself.
So you'll do the pay-per-view, order it, and then have the gang over.
And the 3 of us will sit
that's
around.
great.
And the football, they all did it differently. I sat by myself alone watching the Super Bowl.
Really?
Well, there's just so many, there's 7 women and 2 men.
I would have come over and watched it with you.
Well, I didn't know you were alone, dear.
Kevin, you would have come over, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Isn't he wonderful, Kevin? Okay, anything else?
Yeah, I was going to say I really appreciate everything you did on Wild Wild West,
Thank you.
and most of the fans do. But just for the record, I still have more appreciation for Black Sheep Squadron and the Battle of the Network Stars. So those are my two.
Which is back
favorites.
on ESPN Classic now, and that may be another Conrad family get together because Bob was a maniac on the Battle of the Network Stars.
Hey,
they
no,
always won.
I was a sincere competitor.
I know. You were always a
maniac.
sincere competitor.
Yeah, so
I call a sincere competitor a maniac. I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything
Yeah, that's
disrespectful.
all right. I loved doing that show too because it was for real. The competition was for real. I remember there were two women actresses, and I saw them training to do a bicycle competition through one of the events. And here are these magnificent women, and there they were, and I went, wow, they're
We'll be back.
going
Here
at
we are.
risk.
Hang on with us here, Kevin.
Listen, if